Hey, it's me, Tammy B, and this is my review for How to Get Away with Murder. All right, you guys, we are season 3, episode 3. I swear every time I write down the episode number that this is, I be so surprised that it's only number 3. Like, I swear I've been watching this for weeks now. It's so good. This episode, I totally love this episode. So let's get into it. Okay, How to Get Away with Murder, Season 3, Episode 3, title, Always Bet Black. That sounds good to me. So, the episode starts off with you-know-who. Hey, Nate. I like smoothies, Nate. I got a blender, Nate. Come on over and make me a green smoothie, Nate. So it starts off with Nate in the kitchen, whatever. But I thought it was really cute that even though he tried to get her to drink this green smoothie and he knew she wasn't still here for it, he was like, your crack is ready too, and had her coffee ready. I was like, oh, you just keep winning brownie points, Nate. Anyway, y'all, boom. So I wasn't really here for that sister. No, I take that back. So Annalise go ahead and go to work. She throw the green drink in the trash, and then the black lady from the board come walking up to her or whatever. And Annalise was kind of mad at her, like, oh, you didn't have my back in the boardroom. And the lady was like, I will have your back, but you always want to fight about everything or whatever. I really wasn't here for how Annalise did the sister from the boardroom. Like, she could have let her know what's going on, because the lady was like, I just came to tell you, if you just lay low, I'll have your back. And then Annalise was like, oh, well, that's going to be hard to do with my next case. And then the lady was like, what do you mean? And Annalise just started walking away. So I don't know why. I just personally thought that was a little rude and disrespectful. I mean, okay, I get it. And Annalise defends, hey, you didn't have my back at the board last meeting. You was going to let them fire me. So, F you or whatever. So I kind of see why Annalise was being mean. But I don't know. I just feel like the sisters could have each other's back. And come on, Annalise, you are kind of hard sometimes. So you do know that she do got to play somewhat a role. She can't just give you everything. So she was coming to you to tell you, like, hey girl, I got your back despite what happened at the board meeting. So I would have just, I don't know. I just felt like Annalise could have gave a girl a little bit of a heads up. But I don't know. Maybe Annalise feel like she didn't give her a heads up. But speaking of last week, I thought that it was cool how when the board came to Annalise, they was like, oh, we gonna sit you down till we figure out who's stalking you. And Annalise was just like, no. I was so here for it. She was like, no. And they were like, excuse me. And she was like, no, y'all not about to punish the victim. Somebody looking for me, harassing me, and you gonna make me stay at home? Like, no, I'm not having that. Figure out, find them, and that's that. So I was so here for that. And it just reminded me of this one particular situation where I had got kicked out of something, and I wish I would have had a little bit more. I mean, I was young, I was a child, but I don't know, even as a child, I wish I could have had that level of confidence or authority. Just be like, yeah, no, it's not about to go down that like that. Y'all about to do this, this, and this. My whole life would have been different, but hey, my life was clearly meant to be this way. Anyway. Let's go on, y'all. I was here for the black sister lawyer, the one who is the rapist, the opposition in the rapist case. Smart, boom, hair, curls, tresses, natural. I like it. Confident. She had nice boobs. I like her. She's the DA. Her name is Renee Atwood. And Annalise was trying to defend the rapist in court, and the lady was like, no, like, he not about to get off. He keeps switching lawyers, yada 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 yada. And so Annalise go to her office at the end and was like, hey, how about let's make a deal or whatever. And the DA, Renee Atwood, was like, look, we not making no deals with you. Your deals ain't good in this office no more. So bye. Chalk it up to all your years of bad behavior. And so she was just giving Annalise like this look like, yeah, are we done now? Bye. Or whatever. And Annalise get up and walk out, and she gonna say, wow, such confidence. Annalise said that, right? And then the girl gonna say, hey, another move I learned from you. And then Annalise was like, except I don't have to fake it. I was like, oh, Trump for Annalise. I was like, yeah, that was a good comeback. Even though I was feeling old girl all up until this point, I was like, boom. she got her on that one. And then later on in court, so basically the court case of this week is some you know, not necessarily young, but some guy, kind of like a creepy guy. He's known for like having sex with girls on the internet, and one of them came up missing or came up dead or whatever. So they trying to say he killed her, and at least trying to prove that he didn't kill her or whatever. So a lot of whole back and forth with the court case, right? So at the end of the court case, Annalise had, you know, found some evidence to get her guy off or whatever. So Annalise all presented her evidence, and then the DA was like, wait, hold up, you know, like, so the DA basically started losing. Like, she all cocky and confident. Like I said, I was feeling her earlier, but Annalise ended up trumping her again because Annalise busts out some secret info that makes her look even more dumb. And she was like, yeah, I tried to come to your office the other day and make a deal with you. She's like, yeah, but you didn't say it was this type of deal with her. She's like, yeah, because you didn't let me, because you said I wasn't want to hear no more. And she's like, that's not what I mean, I can explain. And da-da-da-da. So boom, she looked dumb in front of the whole courtroom, in front of everybody. So once again, Annalise trumps again. I was like, yeah, go ahead, girl. So y'all, the rapist, I'm just, as you can see, I'm not going in order. I'm just kind of trying to take a subject and just finish it on out, y'all. So that little rapist guy, you guys, he was pissed at Annalise because Annalise, even though Annalise kind of helped him win, but he still had to do 3 years, and he crying like, oh, I paid you so I wouldn't get no jail time or whatever. Annalise slapped the crap out of him, y'all. I felt that through the screen, y'all. And she was like, look, you need to take the deal. You responsible for one dead girl, another missing girl. Like, you lucky you ain't getting more than that, so take this deal and fall back. And I was so here for it. It was something else Annalise said to him earlier that I was here for too. Oh, because they was calling him a rapist, and they was like, he was like, I don't think y'all should be calling me that in front of my face. And she was just like, yeah, deal with it. Or it was something else though. I can't think of it. I wrote it down. Let's see. I get to it soon. Y'all, I was also here for the article. So basically Annalise, it don't necessarily, well, I guess you could say they won the case because he took a plea deal, so maybe he don't feel like it's won, but there was another missing girl, and that girl was found now. So Annalise and Michaela was on the front page of a newspaper article saying, oh, you know, the Keating Five, or Annalise little legal group helps find missing girl or missing girl case or whatever. So all that melanin on the front of that page, Annalise glistening, Michaela glistening, and then the funny thing, the black lady from the boardroom, she was the one who was looking at it. So I was just like, come on, all this melanin, I was here for it. So that was cute. Anyway, let's get to Laurel, y'all. Laurel go see her daddy, y'all. She get to the office, the daddy call a mediator. I honestly wish a lot of more people could have mediators. There's a little couple situations I'm in. It would be really cool, I think, if we could sit down with a mediator or whatever, because a lot of times, you know, when people argue, whether it's friends, whether it's spouses, whether it's baby daddies, baby mamas, whether it's neighbors, a lot of times you so focus on preparing what you gonna say to what they saying, you not really listening, or you just feel you so right you can't even understand their side or whatever. And that's not what stuff is about. Arguments sometimes, it's about understanding the other person's side, whether you agree or not. And a lot of people just don't seem to get that, which I understand, especially when you all mad and angry about it. So anyway, I just thought about that when Laurel's dad called the mediator. So I was like, overall, that is a good idea, y'all. But Laurel's dad mediator, this came to bite him in the ass, because all he wanted to talk about was, hey, why you been tripping towards Christmas? But she busted all out. She was like, how about you left my mama when I was little, you married somebody else 1 month later, and how about that time when I was 16 and I got kidnapped at band camp and you didn't come rescue me? And he was like, oh, hold on, calm down. So he wasn't ready for all that, y'all. So Laurel bounced, y'all. And she was like, you know, I'm looking for my boo. You either help me or not. So the daddy come to Laurel's house later and was like, look, I brought you some tres leches cake. Once again, you guys, everybody just say that cake is so bomb. I've had at least 2, maybe 3, and I haven't got it. But even the way they was eating it made it seem good. So I got to give me a real bomb tres leches cake. Oh, speaking of cakes, y'all, I finally tried my patty pie. Oh, my goodness, you guys. I got the pie and the peach cobbler, and they were good. I personally liked them. I actually like the peach cobbler better than the pie, but I guess in life in general, I like a peach cobbler better than sweet potato pie, but it was good. Me and my sisters was kind of playing around when we did it, but I don't know, the video came out so dark, so I don't know if I could edit it or fix it to upload it, but we'll see. But anyway, good job on them pies. So let's see. He was like, all right, here, sign this paper. I need some property in your name. If you do that for me, I'll find your boyfriend Frank or whatever. His Frank impersonation was so funny. I thought that was cute. So when he did that, Laurel knew, like, oh, he do know where he at, because he know his voicemail or whatever. So she signs the paper, even though at first she say F you, bye, but she eventually signed it, and then the daddy tell Laurel where Frank is. Frank go back to Annalise's house and was like, yeah, the visit with my dad went cool, but he wouldn't tell me where my daddy is. My daddy wouldn't tell me where Frank is. Because he wanted me to sign my life away, and I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. So Laurel lied, y'all. So we gonna see what happened. Is she gonna go find Frank on her own? But Frank did leave her a voicemail like, F you, Laurel, I know you over there in cahoots with Annalise. You need to fall back. Bye. So I don't know if Frank scared her or if she really on Frank's side, not Annalise's side, so she gonna find her by herself. I don't know. So we gonna see. But what I did notice was when Laurel told Annalise, oh, I couldn't find Frank, or my daddy wouldn't give me the information, Annalise was just like, oh, well, let's just have a drink, F it or whatever, right? And then she was like, you know, fathers are assholes, or F fathers or something like that. Fathers suck. We can all relate to that. It was Annalise, Bonnie, and Laurel, because, you know, all three of them got horrible, or they don't like their fathers or whatever. But I saw Bonnie give a little weird look. So I was like, why did Bonnie give that look? Is it because she took Annalise's comment as a jab? Like, hey, don't bring my daddy issues in it. Or is it because Bonnie don't believe Laurel and she gonna bust her out? So we'll see about that. LOL at Annalise telling Connor, because Annalise was telling Connor, hey, go tell your boyfriend to do such and such and such and such. And Asher was like, oh, Oliver and Connor don't go together no more. And Annalise was like, what did you do? So that was kind of funny. The same, following up from next week, how everybody just immediately blamed Connor for the breakup, and then Annalise just did the same thing. So that was cute. So boom, Connor finds an article of his ex-boyfriend, who happens to also be Michaela's ex-boyfriend, is engaged. And it was so funny that Connor found it, and I was like, I don't know how I felt about that comment. So Asher didn't want Connor to show Michaela. I guess, you know, Asher didn't want Michaela thinking about her old ex-boo or whatever. So Connor was like, so Asher gonna say, Connor, please don't show Michaela, I'll have sex with you. I'm like, I don't know, was that supposed to be a joke? But I don't know, part of me think I would take it as an insult. Like, you think I take sex for favors? I don't know, but whatever. So they look at the page. She a black girl. She a girl. And she all successful, house in Martha's Vineyard, doctor. I don't remember. So Michaela kind of a little jealous, but whatever. Asher and a rapist who just happened to be in the background trying to pump Michaela up like, you prettier, you smarter, you got more going on. F him. Forget him. So Michaela steals $20,000 from the rapist's money, and they go to the casino. So that's why the episode is called Always Bet Black, because she bet the whole $20,000 on Russian roulette, and it's on black, and she win. And they having fun, they having drinks, they partying, they betting everything on black, they winning more and more money. Everything is going good. That's actually not what I was supposed to say. So anyway, the rapist, the money would happen because they thought the rapist was broke or whatever. But Oliver saw that the rapist was drawing a lot of money. So they roll up to the rapist like, hey, what's up? I thought you was broke. And he was like, I am broke. My ex-lawyer said know some real dirt about me aside from this case, so I gotta go pay him off. Annalise was like, tell me everything. Y'all, all the kids rolled up to Annalise's house to like tell her, you know, what was going on. Why was Nate there with no shirt on? Or he had on a shirt, but he was all glistening and sweaty from a run. Y'all, Oliver walked in that room. It was like, they walked out, Oliver was like, I was rolling, because that so would have been me. As a matter of fact, I was doing that. As soon as Nate walked in the room, I don't even know what he came and asked Annalise. Did she want something to eat or something? Or he said something like, hey, how's it going? Or can I ask that or something like that? I don't know what he was saying. I was just looking like... So I was rolling when Oliver was doing the same thing. So Oliver came back to attention or whatever. So so that was that. So the rapist told them he met a stranger and he killed her with a bat because she was being rude. They were doing drugs and just having a good time. He was trying to have sex with her, but then she starts being mean, saying he fat or ugly. You got the wrong idea. I didn't come over here for that. Let's just chill and do drugs. And he was like, nah. And she said, the PTSD that I'll have after having your ugly, hairy, stanky body on me is not worth all the coke in the world. So he flipped, hit her with a bat, busted her head, threw her in the freezer, and she is dead, y'all. But the funny thing is, that statement is so true, y'all. I don't see how real hookers do it. Like, you do get PTSD from bad sexual experiences. I mean, I know people could do it for the money, but honestly, even if I got paid $1 million for a horrible sex session, I think in my head, it's always gonna haunt you. That was, I mean, hey, you homeless, you just getting some drugs from some random guy, so you got nerve to be talking. But I'm just saying, that statement she said is true. Like, sometimes it could be the best drugs or the best money, but you be thinking about that, how horrible and how dirty you feel forever. And this is what I was gonna say. So yeah, the rapist went ahead and told his story or whatever, and Annalise was like, all right, I'm gonna find a way to fix it or whatever. But I was so here for Annalise. She told him, she was like, she listened to the story and she wasn't bothered by it, but she was like, look, because he like, oh, I killed her because she called me all these names. And Annalise was like, people call people names every day. And I was so here for that. Basically like, boy, bye. I understand your little sob story, fat little nerd, whatever, but you can't just kill somebody because they called you fat and ugly. Like, people call us names all the way and we ain't going around murdering people. So yeah, I was here for when that was the first time that Annalise got him together after, before she slapped the dog piss out of him later. So anyway, y'all, we back at the casino, $20K, always bet black. And then Asher gonna say, and I'll never go back. I was rolling, y'all. Asher is such a dweeb, you guys, but it was so funny. Even Michaela was like, no. So that was cute, y'all. So this guy started flirting with Oliver, and Asher was telling Connor, like, go cock block or whatever. And he was like, nah, forget it. He high. We ain't together no more. Stop trying to be all in our business or whatever. So then that same guy come to Connor, start flirting with Connor. Connor was like, look, I already saw you talking to Oliver. Oliver have good sex anyway, so go, you might as well go talk to him. And then the guy was like, oh, I'm not into Asian guys that much. I wouldn't have considered Oliver Asian. I thought maybe he was Filipino. I mean, I know sometimes that's related, but I don't know. But anyway, Connor just went way left. Like, oh, I bet you're a bigot. You don't like blacks. You don't like Asians. You don't like probably femmes. Like, whatever. Like, going off on it. And the dude was like, hey, I was just trying to have a drink. Bye. So Oliver walked up when he was all screaming at him like, dang, what's up? And Oliver was like, my bad. I saw y'all talking. I was a little jealous. I won't do it again. Michaela loses the $20K, y'all. So she go pawn her engagement ring for $21K, and she walks out and give the bum laying on the ground $1,000, and so she still has the $20 to pay back. I thought that was real nice. Number one, you just having a little fun out of nowhere, and then you able to go back to your norm and even do something for the for the less fortunate. But y'all, I was so here with Asher was like, dang, you just gave that bub $1,000. I could use that. Y'all, I was rolling because I get it, y'all. Like, one of my passions is doing public service. So I always be doing food donations and just giving out stuff and stuff like that. But y'all, sometimes we be giving out food and I be looking at this stuff, I be like, psh, I want me a bag. Or sometimes I be collecting clothes, and we collect a lot of clothes, and then we'll do like a clothes giveaway. I be looking at some of those clothes like, this dress, I might could wear this one time. So I know sometimes when you try to help out, you be like, shoot, I got some issues going on too. We all know Asher all poor, broke, and moonlighting as a RA to get some more money. So I feel you, Asher. But y'all, why Asher say, so Michaela read that little pawn shop guide. The pawn shop was trying to do low her. Oh, she was like, this is worth $45,000. You trying to give me like 10, 15,000? I don't know what you said. She was like, yeah, you better give me the 21,000, or I'm gonna tell the law that you kind of doing illegal shit over here. So the guy gave her the money. Asher thought it was so hot. It was kind of hot. Asher was like, oh my gosh, that was so hot. I want you to sit on my face right now. I was like, that phrase was actually kind of hot too. I don't know. It's something about Asher that's weird. He's like so annoying, but you could tell like the sex with him might be good or fun or something like that. Like, I guess that's probably what Michaela issue is with him. Like, dude, you're a dweeb, but like, let's do it. So anyway, you guys, long story short, we going back and forth. You know, we know 6 weeks in the future, we gonna see what happened with who's dead and how the house blow up. Annalise gets arrested. We see that she's 5'7". She snaps at the lady who's taking her fingerprints, because the lady was like, oh, you had a phone on when you first came in here. Annalise was like, yeah, I must have lost it when your cops was all manhandling me. I was like, good move, Annalise. So remember, every week we gonna find out who's not dead. Last week Oliver walked up, boom. This week Bonnie walked up. So we see Bonnie not dead, y'all. So Bonnie asks Oliver like, hey, Annalise called me. Did you wipe the phone? Oliver says yes, and he just threw the phone at the crime scene. So I don't know what's the point of the phone being there but being empty. But hey, we know we'll find out. What did I put about to being out a live person? I have no idea. Oh, so then the paramedics like, hey, we got another body, and they was like, is it alive? And they was like, yeah, we have a pulse. So boom, we about to find a live body in Annalise's house, so we'll see who that is, you guys. So that was it, you guys. That was How to Get Away with Murder, Always Bet Black. I thought it was a good episode. I watched it kind of late, and I was just like, ooh, that was good. Ooh, that was good. Like I said, the new DA, the black DA, her, I thought she was cool, even though Annalise got in her ass by the end of the episode. And you know, the little stuff with Michaela and Connor, I thought was cute. And you know, the case was good about the little rapist, but I didn't understand. This is the only time I don't recall finding out what really did happen. Like, the girl did end up dying, and the guy who took a picture with her, he was clearly with her hours before she was dead, but I don't recall if they ever said the answer what really ended up happening. Like, did she die or not? So, but you know, they was partying, so maybe they just chalked it up as overdose or something versus him actually killing her. But I don't remember what happened with the girl who died, but hey, that was that. I thought the stuff with little Laurel and her daddy was cute. I hope they rekindle. Of course, I like all dads and their kids to get along regardless of the age or whatever. But that was kind of funny that her dad was tapping her phone. Man, I don't know what I'd do if my daddy tapped my phone, boy. That would probably make us not be friends. But not that I be doing all crazy stuff. But you know how people don't know your humor and you be saying stuff and they be reading and be like, dang. But you know, so it is what it is. But anyway, that was How to Get Away with Murder, you guys. Today is Friday, so happy Friday. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, y'all. I'm so distraught. I gained 5 pounds back. I want to cry. So, you know, I did my 30 day at this new studio. It was my first 30 days. So Monday or Tuesday, I had to weigh in, and I gained 5 pounds. But I think what happened was, now I'm trying to make excuses. I was on the vegan challenge when I joined, so of course I'm going to be way lighter. I mean, clearly my weigh-in weight was the lightest I had been in the last 5 years since I've been working out naturally by myself anyway. But then I joined this studio, so you know, that weigh-in was actually my lowest I've been in a while. So, you know, then getting off the vegan challenge, even though I didn't eat, just go back to eating everything, you know, your body going back to some of that stuff is gonna like soak it up a little bit. So I kind of chalked it up to that. And then last week I only worked out like one day. My body's used to working out 4 or 5 days a week, but I was kind of blowing it last week. So I'm trying not to be down on myself about it, but I almost want to cry, y'all. I didn't even work out. I think I left. Well, I left because I was lazy, or I had some other stuff I wanted to do, but subconsciously I know the fact that I had just weighed myself made me like, forget this. I ain't working out no more. No, just kidding. But anyway, I'm excited about the weekend. I don't have anything to do, so I think I'm going to do my nails. I don't know, might do my hair. and just kind of chill out. Supposed to Netflix and chill tonight. Y'all seen that new Luke Cage, y'all? I've been watching it in and out. My husband wasn't watching it, but of course, every time I walk by, I end up getting glued to it. It's kind of almost like how he doing with me with like Queen Sugar, or what's the other show he always asks me about but never want to sit? Oh, Scandal. And it annoys the crap out of me when you walk by. I'd be like, wait, is that the guy that? But I found myself doing that to him on Luke Cage. But surprisingly, he didn't get as much of an attitude as I do with him, because I'd be like, look, can we talk after, or can I watch it first, or I'm just seeing this for the first time too, like how about we watch it together? But he usually stops and be like, okay, so that's the guy and that's the guy but I watched a lot of it and I'm so here for it. And I hear like they coming out with another one with one of the sisters from the movie. Oh my goodness, come on Marvel, come through. Oh, and did y'all see that Ben and Jerry supports Black Lives Matter? Y'all go buy some Ben and Jerry's, take a picture with it, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag Ben and Jerry's. I was here for it. Come on, I was feeling some ice cream in my spirit anyway, so boom, there you have it. But that's pretty much it, you guys. I finally did watch Empire. I really liked that little Mariah Carey and what's his name, Jamal song. That song was cute and it sounded like so Mariah Carey. But girl, why was you in there with that bathing suit, that Beyonce outfit on? Like, I know you dress kind of whole glamorous all the time, but I'm like, girl, you in the studio with a wife and a husband, a kid, and sound engineers with your little leotard on, girl. Being Mariah Carey, that is, or Kitty as they was calling her. So that was that. I was here for Boo Boo Kitty, y'all. I think she just made to be the villain, or because we just like Cookie better, we just dislike Boo Boo Kitty. But as an individual, I like Boo Boo Kitty, just not the whole dynamic she in. But I was so here for her, with her checking Lucius, y'all. Like, look, Lucius, you got stuff to lose, I got stuff to lose. You're not about to treat me like a mammy nanny. Like, yeah. How about you let me do what I want to do, I let you do what you want to do, and we live life like that. So I was here for that. Like, yes, girl, do not take an L on your whole life just because you got caught up with them. But hey, you got caught up with them, so it was your fault. But yeah, when Lucius was getting head from that girl in front of her face, I was so sad. Like, that was disrespectful. Like, I understand, okay, we not really married for years, but for real, but come on, Lucius. I was like, that was evil. But that little UPS guy she got him back with, he was kind of cute. And then what I don't get about Lucius is you keep trying to like jump in Jamal way when he tried to be the daddy, but you keep saying little stuff like, oh, that's the man I want to raise Bella, or oh, you need to be home with your kid. Like, what is the deal? Do you want him to be with the kid while you at work, and then when you go home, like, you take over? Like, I don't know. Lucius giving mixed signals on this whole Hakeem being the daddy thing. And I feel so sad for Andre. We got to do something to Tyreek. We got to get somebody to jump him. And they brought up Thirsty, but y'all need to really get Thirsty. Get Thirsty to do something to Tyreek. Tyreek get on my nerves. That's not fair. It's so true that once you in the system, you kind of messed up for life. I don't want Andre to be in the system. But because he has money, it's a little, to me, it's a little easier to ebb and flow through life when you got a record, when you have money versus not. So, but anyway, that was that. So, and then on Queen Sugar, y'all, I want to beat up that guy who's blackmailing my boo Ralph Angel, and got him beat up. Like, who is this dude? How he got so much pull? Like, you just getting all the homies. And I was here how they kind of put it out there, like some jobs getting laid off, you still get benefits versus, fighting. Like some of the refineries and stuff that my husband works at be having little stuff like that. Like, so people be wanting to get laid off versus getting fired because you could still get paid or get benefits or whatever. So I was like, that's interesting that they kind of pointed that out. But I'm here for it. I am so glad Ralph Angel got up out of that. I mean, because what was he supposed to do? Like, if he opened his backpack and then all of that stuff was right there, what was you supposed to do? Leave your backpack? I'm pretty sure his cameras in there so they would have saw your locker. But hey, maybe he could have left it in there. Maybe he could have digged in the backpack, took all the stuff out and left that. I don't know. But they did kind of sneak it on him. So I could see him still going like, hey, okay, I told you no, but you're going to do me like this. Okay, I'm going to get up out of here today. But hey, I'm not doing it no more. So I could see me kind of being in that situation. So I don't think Ralph Angel is that dumb. But the fact that you had it at your house, like, yeah, when he said, oh, we going to do it at your house, like, oh, fall back. Like, no, you could have called. Well, I know your daddy passed, but hey, I'm pretty sure you got a homie and Aunt Vi boyfriend. I know he gone right now, but hey, you could have been like, yeah, come up on my plantation if you want to, son. So yeah, I don't know why, you know, Ralph Angel didn't like get him kind of quicker, but hey, luckily Aunt Vi saved him, threw all that stuff in the river, and he did not go to jail. Blue, I mean, Ralph Angel, don't blow it no more, okay? Go plant this sugar cane and be done with it. Y'all, when old girl and old boy was all twiddling in the field planting the cane. Why can't I remember the sister name? The one who got the rich basketball player husband. I can never remember her name. But I was so laughing when her and old boy came back from working the field all tee-hee-hee, and then her husband and son was on the porch waiting for him, y'all. I was like, oh, there you go. So, of course, Davis gonna throw shade at the little farmer boy. And, y'all, my husband's so cute. I noticed, but I didn't really verbally put it together. But he walked by. He was like, oh, that was Joan's ex-boyfriend, right? You know, the guy who's helping Charlie, right? And I was like, oh. And of course, you know, I didn't force him to watch all of Girlfriends, but I went through this phase where I bought all the Girlfriends on DVD and just watched the beginning to the end, of course. So he was in and out. So he remembered that. And I was like, oh, babe, you remember that's Joan's ex-boyfriend. Or whatever. So that was cute. But yeah, y'all, so we found out what happened with Davis and this rape story, you guys. So basically, the girl who's saying that Davis raped her, it's true that he did not rape her, but I think she should specify that. I could understand you won $3 million. I could understand you feeling betrayed, like, oh, I thought I was your main side chick, so the fact that you didn't even have my back when your friends raped me, it hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna call you out. I don't agree with that, but I could see how her feelings could be hurt. But I wish she would have just told Charlie that before, or I don't know. I just don't think it's fair that he is getting a rape case. Like, yeah, slang him in the mud for being an adulterer, slang him in the mud for being like chauvinistic or not compassionate or an asshole even. But to say he raped you and he didn't, like, to me, that's not cool, even knowing her full story. Like, that's a messed up story, and how he was talking was so, like, ugh, I could just imagine Charlie being sick to your stomach. You married to the guy. But I just don't like the fact that a black man in the media is portrayed as a rapist when technically he did not, you know. So, but hey, at least we found out that, man, he been cheating for years. You know, he participates in gangbangs. He kind of feel like she had what was coming, which was messed up. So yeah, but when he told Charlie, look, I don't know what she's about to say, boy, you could have gave her way more of a heads up. But in his defense as a man, hey, deny. But what if he would have told Charlie, okay, I've been seeing her for 3 years and da-da-da-da-da. But what if they would have went in there and all she would have said was, look, yeah, you was there, but you didn't do it. But since you the one who introduced me, that's why I said you. What if she said only that? So then Charlie would have never know about all the other details. So I could kind of see why he didn't tell her everything. But hey. But Charlie apologized, like, I am truly sorry that happened to you. Or, you know, the way he was talking, like, you've been into gangbangs. But at least he did somewhat apologize. He was like, look, I did not tell them to do that to you, and I'm sorry. And, hey, he didn't tell them to do that to her. You should have called him when his homies was like, hey, David said we could have sex with you. You should have called David and be like, hey, did you say that? Or if you didn't want to do it, just say no. Like, you was only paid to do what you was hired to do. So I don't know, but I get it. But hey, so we finally know what goes on, so we get to see what's gonna happen, you guys. I don't think we like Davis all this time anyway, right? So hearing how he left that voicemail for her, we really don't like him now. So I guess we'll see. That's leaving room for old boy to slide through with the sugar cane. Anyway, so that was just a little bit of everything there for you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Let me go ahead and get back up in this piece and finish out my day. So you know what is up. Give me the thumbs up on this video and go ahead and hit me up on Twitter at TammyB_. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.